folks, welcome into this fantastic video series, the 401k Survival Series. I'm Coach Pete, joined with Freeman Owen from the D.C. area of our great country. And we've got a great program we're going to talk about here, the 401k, which is a great way to build retirement and retirement income. But Freeman, tell everyone why you put this together.
Well, I'm putting it together to help individuals here who have employer-sponsored retirement accounts, especially the 401k. Can I add the TSP and the 403B
sure can.
as part of that?
All good qualified plans.
What we want to do is resolve some of the problems that comes with distribution when it comes to your employer-sponsored retirement accounts, and how we can resolve those problems, because a lot of folks make mistakes when they take these distributions. So, Coach, I'm going to talk about some of the advantages. We're going to look at taxes and fees, and we're going to pay specific attention to rollovers and distributions, because so many people make mistakes. And then, of course, we'll discuss the landmines. So this gives you sort of an overview of why I'm putting together this film on employer-sponsored retirement accounts.
It's like the minesweeper back in the military. They still do, I guess. There's mines in the water, and they had the minesweepers go out there, and even on land, and you're going to diffuse these ahead of time.
Exactly.
It's the best way to find out there's a bomb hidden somewhere is before, not after, right?
That's exactly.
So let's talk about the history of the 401k. 1983 is when it was developed, so it's over 35 years now.
Wow, I wasn't aware of that, but I am aware when the IRA started. Now, Coach, why do you think that the 401k was implemented and started in the 80s? What was going on there?
Here's the main reason why. This might not be the reason that you're told, but it's the reason why. Companies were tired of financing your pension.
Thank you.
So they said, let's give our employees a way to save for themselves, and we'll kick that problem away from us.
Now, let's fast forward.
Yep.
Do you know there's only 7.5% of all the companies in the U.S. that offer a pension?
Yeah.
So what happens to the employee? He's thrust into the 401k.
Yeah, and a lot of employees, well, you watching, you don't have enough money to save a lot of times, or as much as you should be saving.
Exactly.
The burden has been shifted for your retirement from the company to you. And, back in the day, you'd work for a company 30 or 40 years, you'd leave, and they would pay you for working for them for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
That's a pension.
It is.
And so now you have to finance your own pension. So I hear this all the time. Maybe you do too. I can't afford to save in the 401k right now.
A lot of folks cannot afford to save in their 401k. I tell you the reason for that. Approximately 68%. Let's talk about boomers.
Okay.
All right. They are supporting their adult children.
Yep.
Okay. In aging parents. So where do they go?
Called the sandwich generation, by the way. They're trapped in the middle out there. If you're a boomer and watching this.
Exactly.
Yep.
So they go into their 401k, get a distribution. They have the option of either borrowing the money.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's a limit on how much.
We're going to go through that later on in this series too. Why you shouldn't do that.
All right, well, why you shouldn't do that. But again, it's depleting the resources, and so they come up short. And something else too, Coach. Most folks who have a 401k or TSP or 403B or any type of employer-sponsored retirement account, they were not taught how these programs work.
Yeah.
And so they make terrible mistakes when it comes to, like you said, later on the program.
Well, how you allocate the money or where you're putting it, and it's not based on what your friend's doing. It should be what you're doing. And if you're watching this, and you would like an individual consultation about the 401k, about how you should be saving, how you should be allocating the money, and more importantly, how you should be turning that into your own pension plan, because that's what it's set up for. All you have to do is call Freeman, the number you'll see on the screen. You can get in touch with him and his team and get started immediately.
Exactly.
It's important.
And I don't charge fees.
Yes, that's important too.
That's important. Okay.
Very important.
Very important.
We call those financial termites. We're going to talk about them later on too.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Right.
So, but call the number you see on the screen to at least get educated on the 401k. If you'd like to get this whole series, call the number 2. Freeman will be posting this video all over the internet, but he'll have it on a disc later on too, a DVD, which would be really good to get that.
It's free to you, and we'll put together the box for you, and therefore you'll understand how your employer-sponsored retirement accounts really work, and how we can help you in that area there too.
So when we come back, we're going to talk about those advantages, and there are a lot of them, of the 401k plan.
Exactly. We'll be right back.